Good morning, friends. How is everyone doing? I hope you all are doing well. I apologize if my voice gets a little raspy or sounds a little hoarse. I am yet again feeling a little under the weather, so I'm going to do this voiceover as best as I can. As most of you may know, I have 5 mouths to feed, so life must go on and I have to just keep on trucking. Today is a day in the life as a Shelly homemaker. This is what it's like as a typical day as a homemaker. I always start off by cleaning my room and making my bed. On this day, I did get up at 3:30 in the morning. That's not typical, but I got up because I couldn't sleep. So I just wanted to get things done while I was up, and I got an early morning workout as well. I also decided to get up earlier this day and get things done a little sooner because I needed to go shopping. I needed groceries for the week. I'm just going for my essentials. I need stuff like bread and eggs, produce, and other odds and ends. This was also the kids' first day back in school after having 9 days off because of the snow. So it was a really good day to get back on track.
Hey everybody, I'm Amy from Body Fit by Amy, and this is your no repeat bodyweight supersets workout.
I like including my workouts in these types of videos because not only is it part of my daily routine, but it also helps me kind of keep track of my form, if you will. I like to see any improvements that I am making along my journey and seeing where I can make improvements. I kind of feel like as I've been aging these last few years, my mobility and my flexibility has really taken a toll. And so I'm really trying to work on those kind of workouts. I know that I post a lot of easier type workouts on here, but I do also have some more high performance workouts that would really challenge my muscles, and that's what I'm kind of working on right now. I'm back to eating more of a high protein diet and less calories, and really just trying to work on building muscle. And eventually I want to get back to my Caroline Gervin workouts because I really like how well her workouts do for my type of body. But for now, I really love working out with Amy because she's really helping me with my flexibility and mobility as well as training my muscles. So eventually, as time goes on, I'll be posting a little bit more videos that require a lot more weight. But until then, I wanted to show you guys that you could start off slow and really make progress and build up to those more high performance workouts. See right here, this is a perfect example where I look back and realize how high my butt was up in the air. I need to start working on putting my butt down while doing planks. Every morning after the sun has risen, I like to open up all my blinds. I typically don't get too much sun, and I already am lacking in vitamin D, so opening up my blinds kind of lifts my spirits. And now that it's not as gloomy as it usually is during the winter time, getting that sun in really does help motivate me and get me going. I really love the shirt that Emily is wearing today. It says, "Be kind, shine, and smile." I bought that in the beginning of the school year, and I thought it was so cute, and I love when she wears that shirt. Every morning I'll do her hair, and I always ask her, "What do you want me to do with your hair today?" On this day, she asked me to put it in pigtails, but while I was there, I decided to put it in some very loose braids. I like giving her the option of what she should wear and how she wants her hair done. I think it helps develop her personality and makes her feel good when she goes to school and she gets compliments from her teachers or her friends. And I also feel like this morning time together kind of bonds us together and it sets the mood for her day. I'm low-key kind of jelly of her hair because her hair grows so long so quickly and it is so shiny and beautiful and luscious. When she was a baby, she had cheetah-like hair with lots of auburn, brown, and blonde in it. And as it's growing out, I can still see those colors in it. At this point, it was about 5 after 7 a.m. and it was time to get them to school. And I couldn't notice how pretty blue the sky was today, but it is still pretty cold and brisk outside. And I'm not even kidding when I say this, but I really love getting out of my car every morning, even if it's super cold outside, just to see my kids off before they get on the bus. For one, I like to protect them to make sure they don't get hit by a car, or even if a dog happens to be roaming around the area, they don't get bit. But most importantly, I love getting out of my car and being with them so that I could say goodbye to them before they start school. I didn't record this part, but usually I do have a small pre-workout meal. I get dressed for the day, usually. On this day I worked out kind of early, so I had my breakfast before I got dressed. But on this day I had some Kodiak protein waffles with a couple of tablespoons of peanut butter, and then I just sprinkled it with cinnamon for antioxidants, and I served it with some turkey sausage. After breakfast, I am going to be leaving to the grocery store, but first I'm going to stop at the Dollar Tree because I do need to get some essentials from there, and then afterwards I'm going to go grocery shopping at Stater Brothers. I did get some things that were on my Ibotta, and I did use my Fetch rewards, and even though this video is not centered around using those apps, I still will include some of it in this video. The first thing that I noticed when walking into the store is that they had so much Easter stuff out. I didn't get anything today, but I do plan on going back because I do make like Easter baskets for the kids and stuff. And they have so many cute things in here to make affordable bags, especially if you're doing like little goodie bags for your kids' school. I mean, just look at these cute little eggs. Those with the clear tops and everything, those would make perfect gifts. And they have a wide range of different types of eggs for your Easter egg hunt. I cannot wait to go back and get some of these things. They even have garden things so that you could decorate your garden with. They're little tiny little accent pieces to put around your plants. And they have all kinds of decor to decorate your backyard or even inside the house. Maybe if I find some inspiration on Pinterest or something, I can come back to the Dollar Tree and use some of these things to craft and decorate my house with. I haven't crafted since the beginning of fall, so hopefully I'll be able to do something for Easter. After all, the spring is my favorite time of year. I couldn't help but notice this new item, this cutting mat in the Crafter Square section next to all the Cricut paper rolls. And they've added so many more colors. It looks really well stocked today. I was really impressed with how many different colors that they had on this day. And my favorite one that I picked out, and I actually picked this one up, it's a rose gold and glitter. I like to use these to wrap my cake boards with. And they also have like labels and stuff now with tools and all kinds of things. But on to what I really came here for. I bought some clear shower curtain liners. They're decent quality and they last for months. I also went back to get some of this PS Clean Beauty hairline. I got some shampoo and some conditioner, and I got another bottle of that mask because it really does work. And I bought some hair bonnets to go alongside the hair mask so that my hair isn't dripping while it's soaking. They don't have these always in good stock, at least not at my Dollar Tree, but this is a good place to get kids body wash and shampoo. I also got some hair detangler. And they have a wide variety of hair accessories. I wanted to buy so many of them, I had to stop myself, but I did get some scrunchies and some claw clips, and surprisingly enough, they are very good quality. The scrunchies are amazing. While I was roaming through the bathroom section, I found these vanity organizers. And then of course I had to visit the kitchen area, and I bought some of these containers for my pantry. And then I stopped by the cleaning section and I picked up some latex gloves and some cleaning gloves that I'm going to be using for my bathroom. But what really caught my eye were these reusable wipes. I found one in the Brillo and the Scrubbing Buddies brand. And then of course I picked up a squeegee because I want to clean my windows. And then I also found some magic erasers, but these are the Brillo brand. Later on I'll go into detail on some of the items that I bought at the Dollar Tree. Next, I went to Stater Brothers and I picked up a lot more groceries than I anticipated, but I got a lot of good things. I couldn't take you along the store with me because it was super crowded today. I think that it's because the storm, everyone was staying inside, and so now that everything is cleared up, everyone and their sister is at the store right now. But I did get a lot of good things, and I picked up a lot of good items on Ibotta. I spent $230.98 on all of the items that you see here, and I got back 10 offers for $6.40 back on Ibotta. Plus I got back 1,013 points from Fetch Rewards, plus 30 points from the Dollar Tree. So I would say that every penny that I spent today was really well worth spent, and I got a lot of well-needed produce that I will be prepping later on in this video. Here are the things that I got from the Dollar Tree. I got a garlic press and some cotton rounds, beauty supplies. I got cleaning supplies, organizational supplies. I got some ice trays with lids on them. Those are going to come in handy for some stock bombs that I like to use in my soups. I got a lot of cleaning supplies because I plan on doing a video later on using only magic erasers, so stay tuned for that video. And then of course some hair accessories and supplies.
I don't know where to start. Probably these ice creams, that way they don't start to melt.
I got some more of these soda can organizers, but I wanted to use them in my freezer to organize all of our ice cream. It seems like lately I'm buying a crap load of ice cream, but honestly, I don't eat them every day, but it's nice to have a treat once in a while. My kids, on the other hand, they eat ice cream every day, and they've gotten a little spoiled on it, but eventually I won't be buying so much ice cream. But I do like having a treat for them on hand, and right now they're on this cone kick. Oh my gosh, they are addicted to these things, and since they're on Ibotta, I do buy them because I get them on a rebate, so it's worth it to me to buy them, but eventually I'll buy them something else, but for now, ice cream will do. But I just love how well these organizers fit on the top shelf of my freezer. They organize my stuff so well. I'm thinking about going back to get more to organize everything else as well. The last time that I went grocery shopping, I completely forgot to buy them these little juice pouches. These ones were on sale. I think they were $2.99 for the Kool-Aid ones. I only buy whatever's on sale and whatever's the cheapest, so this time I got them Kool-Aid jammers. But I do prefer to buy them flavored waters instead. But this time I was kind of on a budget, so I wanted to get whatever I could get that was a little cheaper. And I decided to organize them in this bin just so that it's easy to pull them out and I don't have to rummage through the boxes. And then I also had an extra one of those the soda can organizers, and I just put all of my kids' yogurt tubes in there. And also, I did this last time, I just refilled our regular yogurt cups in the same bin. So I definitely get some good use out of these soda can organizers. I've used them in so many different ways, and they fit really well in the refrigerator.
So I mentioned this in my last video, but if you haven't tried these gluten-free brownies, you need to. And I normally don't stock up on stuff like this, but because they were so good, I wanted to make sure to have them in the house in case whenever we have company over and we want to have a sweet treat, at least I have some brownies that we could bake up because they really do hit the spot. Also, fun fact, my son actually requested these multi-grain Cheerios. He said that these ones were the best. But who would have thought that a kid would be asking for these kind of Cheerios? Also, I didn't expect this chicken to be so dang good. It is the Tyson's Grilled and Ready Oven Roasted Diced Chicken Breast. To me, they're not really diced. They're more kind of just like cut in strips and then cut in half. So they are kind of big chunks. And you do have to cut them down. But they are so tender. And you can jazz them up however you want. I've made them teriyaki style, I've made them barbecue style, I've made them just as is. Whenever you're in a hurry and you need help from the market, Tyson grilled chicken strips, I've tried other ones that were not as good as this. The ones that I've tried were either gristly or fatty or had a weird texture. These ones taste like as if you were to cook them from home. Have you guys tried these? These are the Cheetos mac and cheese, and I have the one in flaming hot and the regular like golden cheesy one. My oldest one, he really likes the hot and flaming one, so I got one of each because that way he can pick and choose whenever he wants something spicy. But what he likes to do, because he makes this himself, he knows how to make mac and cheese, he'll add crushed Cheetos or crushed Takis to the top to make it extra spicy and to give it a little bit of a crunch, and he swears by this. My husband really likes to mix veg all in with this and some mayo and a little bit of tapatio, and he spreads it on crackers. It's his most favorite snack ever. So I bought this for him and my daughter because they'll sit there and eat it together.
I got some of those plastic containers from the Dollar Tree. I bought 3, and as you can see, I am struggling to get that lid open because my hands are just so tiny. I couldn't get a grip on them, but they are really convenient and they store very well, and the lids are very tight and snug. And right now I'm using them to put my pasta in because I had 2 bags of pasta. I want to go back and get some more to organize the pasta area, but they work very well to store like kids snacks too. So I am putting some goldfish in one of them, and in the other one I'm going to be putting some mini donuts. On Fridays, I like to send my kids to school with a small treat. So I bought 3 bags of these mini donuts as intention to send them with a couple of them along with their snack. Not gonna lie, my husband and I have already dipped into them, but they fit really good in this container. So I was able to fit all 3 bags in there. But back to what I was saying, on Fridays, I like to send them with treats, and my kids really enjoy this. I think that it gives them something to look forward to so that they don't ask for junk food throughout the week. They know that Friday is coming and they're gonna get that sweet treat, so they look forward to that. So I also picked up some more of those mini muffins, and even though my kids haven't really touched these yet, I wanted to stock up on more of them because they were on Ibotta. So I got a couple of boxes and they fit perfectly in their little lunchbox. So this is gonna last me for a few weeks, if not more. So it's just really great to have stuff like that on hand. So I take advantage of those Ibotta rebates, and I think that my kids are really appreciative of that.
I wanted to find some containers to put in here. They look like these, and I couldn't find them, but see how they fit perfectly in here? I wanted to buy enough to fill up this whole entire drawer, but they don't have these anymore. And I asked the lady if they were going to be bringing them back, and she said that she will let me know. She has my number, so she said she would text me or call me whenever she has, if she ever sees these in stock. But I'm actually gonna borrow these. This was my medicine cabinet. I was using this for all of my medicine. I'm gonna figure something else out for that. And there was some similar ones in there, but they were gray and I wanted white or clear to match the refrigerator, so I didn't get them. Plus they were a little bit smaller. Hopefully I'll be able to find some at the Dollar Tree. If not, I think I'm gonna check out Amazon and see what I can find there. I just wanted it to be cost effective and not spend too much money on it, but sometimes it's better to just spend the extra money on things. But this will do for now, and I'll figure out something later.
So after doing some research on Amazon, I did find a couple of things that I was interested in. I found one set of 7 fridge organizers that are stackable, and they're made with acrylic and they're clear, which looked really cool, and they're multi-size. So there's 2 oblong ones, there's a wide one, and then there's 4 small containers for your fruits and vegetables that are $29.99. And if you divide that by 7 pieces, it comes out to $4.28. Or I found this other one, it's an 8-piece, and they're all the same size. They're kind of wide and rectangular for $21.49. They're 12.5 inches long and a little over 6 inches wide. So they seem like they would work really well in the refrigerator, but if you divide them by the 8 pieces, it's $2.69. So if I were to buy both of these, I would be paying $51.48 plus tax for 15 items, where I can go to the Dollar Tree and buy 15 different kinds of organizational supplies in the size that I want, and sometimes I can even get them in a pack of 2 or 3, I would only be spending $18.75. That is why I like going to the Dollar Tree, because you are getting a discount basically for the same thing that you would be buying on Amazon or even at Walmart or Target or any other department store. So I'm thinking that because our community is sharing with the neighbor communities and we only have the one Dollar Tree and it's just so convenient, maybe I should go to different Dollar Trees even if I have to travel a little further down the hill to get to the nearest Dollar Tree or a nicer Dollar Tree that's a little bit well stocked. I might be able to find what I'm looking for, or possibly maybe I should try online and see if I can find things there, even if I'm buying them in bulk, because I think you do have to buy them in bulk, but I'm going to be doing that anyway. So I'm thinking I might do that instead of visiting Amazon, because I want to get a better deal and get more items for the same price. I don't always prep my fruits and vegetables. A lot of times when I get home from the grocery store, all I want to do is put everything away and relax, because usually it's an all-day event. Usually I'm going to 3 or 4 different stores like Walmart, Stater Brothers. Last time I went to Aldi. By the time I get back, it's been like 6 hours of shopping, and putting away groceries is a lot, especially if you have to make dinner afterwards. So I'm not always prepping my fruits and vegetables, but I do enjoy doing it. In fact, making this video was so much fun for me. I really enjoyed buying all the containers and chopping everything up and putting everything away. And when I go to make dinner, it is just so convenient that I don't have to spend the time doing it, and it takes less time making dinner. So I'm thinking of creating more videos like this, because I also believe that when you do things like this, you're more likely to use your vegetables and they will last a lot longer in the refrigerator when you care for them this way. And your refrigerator is much more organized and you're more likely to fit a lot more things inside of it. Plus, I don't know about you guys, but I really love color. I've always loved coloring and coloring books since I was a very little girl. I haven't colored in the longest time, but I do enjoy doing it. So when I see fruits and vegetables sitting out on the counter, all, lined up and stuff, it just brings so much joy and excitement to me. Can you guys relate to that, or is it just me? Am I just weird? I don't know, but I'm also going to be prepping these strawberries. Instead of hulling them and taking out the inside of the top or taking the tops off, I'm just going to pull off the leaves after washing them and making them really dry. And I decided to use this water jug because we don't really use them since we have a water dispenser. So I decided to use this. I see a lot of girls using glass jars, but I figured plastic would work just as good. And I just lined it with a paper towel. A lot of times I do use large storage bags, but I prefer not to use them that way because I kind of feel like it's a waste, and why not use something that you already have? So I'm using this water jug, and I think that it's going to work out great. And since I'm not taking the tops off, I think they're going to last a lot longer. But what about you guys? Do you guys prep your fruits and vegetables before you put them away? Or are you a lot like me where you're just too tired and don't have the motivation to do it? hardly ever buy garlic, and if I do, I buy the pre-minced kind. But this time I decided to buy a bulb of garlic because I did pick up a garlic press from the Dollar Tree, and I wanted to try some hacks that I found on YouTube and on Google, and they say to shake your whole bulb of garlic in 2 bowls. I didn't have 2 bowls that were the same size, so I tried doing it that way and it didn't work. So I tried pulling it apart and putting pieces back inside the bowl and trying it again. But again, the leaves of the garlic just did not fall off. So I was struggling pretty hard here, but I still tried to do it anyway because I was really focused on trying to get these peels off. But nope, still didn't work. So then I took all of the garlics and I separated them all, and then I put them back inside the bowl and shook it up again to see if maybe the peels would just fall off like that. But once again, it did not work. So eventually I gave up and I decided to just cut the tips off myself with a paring knife, and I peeled them manually, and then I stored them in a glass jar. And these glass jars are so pretty. They have the red checkerboard print on the top lid. I just buy my strawberry jam from the Slater Brothers, and because they're such nice jars, I decided to just save them, and they come in handy for moments like this. I think I've mentioned this before, but I will say it again. I like to store my carrots and my celery in a container. In this case, I'm using my leftover Prego jars, or I don't know, pasta jars of some sort. I save them because they have those really cool lids. And then I add water to the carrots. It just saves and preserves the life of the carrots. Hi! Did you have a good day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kristen! Kristen!
Did you forget? Did you forget? Thank you. Hi, buddy. This has to be my favorite part of this whole thing, is putting the stuff back inside the drawer, because it's like playing Tetris. I like everything lined up a certain way. I used to play Tetris when I was little, so everything that I do in life, I play a game of Tetris. I don't know why, it's a weird thing, but I like making things look really organized and fitting things just so that you can maximize your space. But you could tell that I was getting tired because I failed at my mission and I had to reorganize this drawer because originally it didn't fit. I should have done this earlier in the day, but I had completely forgotten about it. So I pulled out the chicken breasts and I cleaned it up and I cut them in half lengthwise so that they were butterflied, and then I'm going to marinate them. I've had this package of Tapatio Pollo Asado marinade for a while now, so I wanted to give it a try. So I'm just going to mix this all into my chicken and I'm going to let it marinate in the refrigerator. You only need to marinate it for 30 minutes to 2 hours, but I really wanted to marinate it overnight. So I stuck it in this bowl and I put a plate on top. And let me just tell you that this chicken was so good. It did not get dry. It was so juicy and it couldn't have been easier. All I had to do was marinate it and then grill it. But honestly, I want to shout out to the 6 subscribers who subscribed to my channel based on this short video. You guys are so cool. Thank you so much for subscribing. I hope you're here to stay. But all I did was I sauteed up some onions, peppers, mushrooms, and zucchini in a pan. We diced up the chicken real small and we served it with some rice, corn, beans, avocado, some cheese, and some tortilla strips. And then also I used that Tostitos avocado and lime sauce to the top, and it was perfect. I didn't even need tortillas with this dish, and I just squeezed a little bit of lime on top and it was amazing, you guys. Now it's getting a little bit later in the day. It's later in the afternoon. My little kids are home from school now. My husband will be picking up my oldest son, and I decided to help my son out a little bit with the dishes. So especially since I cleaned out the refrigerator, I had a lot of Tupperware from the leftovers and a lot of coffee cups and stuff like that. So I figured I would give him a little bit of a break, and I helped him do these dishes. Now I didn't realize how many dishes I actually had, and I thought that it was just going to give him a head start, so by the time dinner came, he would have some room left to put dinner dishes in there. But man, we filled up this dishwasher. I didn't realize how many dishes were actually in there. So I just helped him out with that, and I got the dishes started so that during dinner time he didn't have a whole lot of dishes to do. And even though this isn't really one of my favorite chores, I enjoyed this. It's not really so much the washing part that bothers me, it's the putting away part that I don't enjoy. But being that it's still kind of cold, it was nice getting my hands in the nice warm water. And I am really liking this Dawn dish spray instead of using the dish soap. The dish soap can get kind of slimy or crusty in some ways, so using the spray, I think you use a lot less, and because I refill it myself, we're not going through dish soap quite as often. So that's a plus. It helps me monitor how much soap and water that we're actually using while doing the dishes. Now all I'm going to do is just clean up the sink and the counters, and I'm going to be done cleaning up the kitchen. The last thing that I want to share with you guys in this video are these collapsible storage containers that I bought from the Dollar Tree. They are the Essentials closet organizers, but I'm using them in my living room. I'm replacing the ones that I have right now. They don't last forever, you guys. I've had them for about a year now, so it was time to replace them. And I didn't really intend on getting pink, but they only had the option between pink and like a teal color. So I thought that pink would probably match gray a little bit better. And after displaying them, my husband came home and said that they looked a lot like me and that he really liked them. So I'm glad that I picked out that color. What I did was I took the old ones and I took the bottom piece out and I put that below the new piece so that it was a little bit more sturdy on the bottom. And I added an extra cubby in this area so that it looked a little bit more organized and a little bit more cohesive with each other. But I'm telling you guys that these things really do fit a lot of heavy items. They're very durable and they last for a very long time. You just have to be a little bit more careful with them, that's all. But now that I've replaced them all, they look so nice in my little TV console. They look chic and they look like if you would have had bought them from like Walmart or something. And I showed you guys these earlier in the video when I was going through the Dollar Tree. I picked up these organizers. I liked them because they're clear and they match the rest of the clear containers that I have inside of my bathroom. So I'm just using a torch because my husband showed me this little trick. You use a torch to heat up the sticky part of the sticker, and it helps release the sticker from the acrylic so that it doesn't leave any residue behind. And now you could just pull the sticker off very easily. Originally, I bought one set each from my bathroom and my kids' bathroom, but I ended up taking all of them and using them for myself. I have some for like my cotton stuff, like my cotton swabs and my cotton rounds, and then for my makeup brushes, and then the other ones I'm using for my nail supplies. Alrighty guys, that is going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today and watching my videos. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.